Hey folks, welcome to the channel and welcome to the next episode in the series Under the Oak Tree Explained. In this particular episode, we are going to be reviewing the song Search for Peace. It's from my recent EP, Under the Oak Tree. You'll be able to find that EP on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, anywhere where you shop or stream your music. So, just like in previous episodes, we're going to review the track in full. Excuse me, I have hiccups. We're going to review the track in full, and then we're just going to pick it apart, and we're going to see what happens there. All right, so let's take a listen to Search for Peace. All right, and that is the end of Search for Peace. Very simple track. Again, the concept of Under the Oak Tree is just being able to have whatever emotion that you might have or any incident and leave it in a safe space, right? So, oak trees or any tree, or it could be a bedroom or any space, I find that it is important to be able to have a space to release energy, and to just release emotions and feelings and events into the atmos, and just let it fly and not necessarily hold on to a lot of energies, whether they're good, whether they're bad, whatever. Yeah. So I'm not going to turn this into philosophy thing here, but here we go. So just picking it apart. Very simple ostinato. If you've been watching some of the other episodes, then you'll know that I've been using Spitfire Labs basically for this entire EP. And you're hearing the felt piano for to do the ostinato, and this particular one though is not. We're using the Maverick here from Native Instruments. this is I am using Contact and Complete Ultimate is what I'm using. I almost went with the collector's edition just to get the strings and to get the different articulations and things like that in mic positions, but I decided that it wasn't necessary. So, oh, maybe I lied for this one. Maybe I didn't use Spitfire on the piano for this one. I apologize. I've been using Contact for this one. But yep, this is all Contact. So, anyway, I was using Spitfire so much that I thought I ended up using Spitfire for this song, but I didn't. So essentially, Search for Peace was supposed to be a standalone. It was supposed to be a single that I released, but it ended up getting lumped together with Under the Oak Tree. And there were two forces of inspiration that came with this particular song. The first inspiration was that my wife was having a hard time in her place of work, and she needed to feel some peace, and I had realized that I had never written a song for her to really grab some positive energy. So this song is really for her to be able to listen to and work and not get overly stressed, especially during these times in quarantine. Right. So this is what this piece is about, and honestly, I had been listening to a lot of Christian Henson from Spitfire Audio, and he has a wonderful piece that he wrote. It was maybe a year or two ago. I'm not sure, but it was a while ago. But he was talking about being able to do writing for media and being able to manipulate your instruments to sound as full as possible, or as small as possible, really to get them to sound however you needed them to sound. So if you're interested in that video, go check it out, go find it. But essentially, those were the two driving forces for this particular song. You'll see here that some pizzicatos come out here, and I just felt like they were like an answer. It was like a call and response, if you will. And then we repeat the content here. Let me see. Who did I use? Yes, I just used Symphony Essentials, their pizzicato string ensemble. Just using an ensemble patch. And that's really all you get with the Symphony Essentials. You get the ensembles, but this is the full string ensemble, not the individual section ensemble. So there's a difference. Let's see here. What else happened in this particular piece? Okay, here's the B section, right? So this isn't necessarily formatted the same way that the rest of the songs in Under the Oak Tree are formatted. This is a very different format. Again, this was supposed to be a standalone. Basic walk down. Yeah, basic walk down coming from the piano. And then the strings here are just as lush and wonderful as they want to be, right? If we solo out those strings. Okay, so if we needed to divide that in sections, then technically this would be bass, cello, viola, right? Or rather, bass, cello 1, cello 2. All right, just the low, lush strings with that walk down, it makes it sound kind of dreamy, I think. And then letting the strings handle the rest of the harmonic content, right? And so in previous songs, what I was doing was going back to section A, so really doing an A B form, but this one's a little different. I allowed the B section to develop itself just a little bit more, and some people might argue that it's not really a development; it's just layering, and so be it. But reintroducing that ostinato gives another sense of texture to the song. And then here, just reintroducing the pizzicatos to give the song in its entirety what it will feel like and what it will sound like, right? And let me take this loop off before it does what it did before. And then ending like it started. And then we got a nice reverb tail sitting there at the end. And that comes directly from the Maverick, not from the mix, right? So again, nothing on in the mix, nothing, like no EQ, no, just nothing, and it just speaks volumes, I think, of the time that these developers and recording engineers and people who are in charge of these libraries, they've taken time to really get the best out of their instruments, so that we get them and we just load them in our computer and they work. We don't have to do a lot to them. So that's that. If you're looking into my mix window, you'll see that I had an Ozone connected to it, but I took it off. And the reason why I took it off is because I ended up deciding, like I said, that this was going to be part of a larger project instead of a standalone. So I tend to use an Ozone on my master chain when I'm going to release a single. It kind of saves up on the mastering process. And in the event that somebody wants to use it and change out anything, then it's easy to take off instead of going through an entire mastering session. By the way, if you're using Studio One, or if you're not using Studio One, whichever, the project view is insane. It's absolutely fantastic for a mastering session. I haven't seen another DAW like it. And I might do a video on that. I don't know. If you want to see me do a video on the project files in Studio One, and it's for Studio One Pro. So if you're not using Pro, then I'm sorry, you don't have this feature available to you. But yeah, if you want me to do a video on using the project view, then drop a comment and let me know that you want to see that, and then I'll make it. All right. But really, that concludes this particular episode. It's very straightforward. It's a very simple song, and it serves the purpose of just being as peaceful as possible. All right, so thanks so much for viewing this video. If you like what you saw in this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, then I'm sorry. Not really. But if you want to see more, then go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. If you really, 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 really like the content that's being created here, then please hit that bell. And you'll be notified every time that content is being posted. If you have questions or comments or anything, then by all means, go ahead and drop a comment and I'll take a look at it. If you have questions, I'll try to get back to you. I'll leave links in the description on where you'll be able to find this EP for Under the Oak Tree and all the songs that come with it. All right. Thanks so much for viewing, and we'll see you in the next episode.